So let's talk about the most common food sensitivities, and they are common. And even though a lot of people don't talk about them, in the naturopathic world, which is where I'm heavily invested holistically, these are very common. And in fact, I'd say 75% plus of the people I work with one-on-one are experiencing some form of, a food sensitivity or allergic reaction or gut deterioration or some abnormality in an organ condition. So with that said, gluten and dairy are going to be our top two aggravators. Gluten is a protein molecule that comes in a lot of our grains. Now, it didn't used to be a problem, and that's because, guess what? Our grain used to be cultivated differently, and agriculture has changed, more genetically modified crops. And so this has become a problem. So gluten can absolutely cause the digestive tract to become inflamed. And so I would look at number one, going gluten-free. And for most people who have a sensitivity, I have found they do okay if they have like a sauce that has gluten in it, but we don't want to go and have like a huge piece of bread. So the difference is that here's the thing, is if you guys will fall in love with your power foods list, half your problems are solved without ever really focusing on it. So the top 5 carbs that I eat, and I love to see my clients and my body buddies eat as well, include lentils, oats. Now, if you feel like you're on that borderline of gluten is absolutely something you need to get rid of, then yes, you want to look on your label and make sure it says gluten-free. Because if it doesn't specifically say that, it can be processed on the same type of machinery as other gluten-containing products, so that can be contaminated, and you want to be careful of that. So oats. Then we look at sweet potatoes, which I have stopped calling them yams due to figuring out that, oh my gosh, we really don't import yams at all. They're available in other countries, but here we're basically importing sweet potatoes, but producers and grocery store personnel has started labeling them yams over the years because they are an orange color. And so differentiating those between like the wider, lighter colored sweet potatoes. So they differentiate the orange ones as yams, but those are actually still sweet potatoes. So kind of interesting. So I will now start calling them sweet potatoes, much to my dislike, and darn it, some of those things we have to change. So if you can get your hands on a real yam, that's awesome. Cool. Way less sugar, actually. So sweet potatoes are going to be a good one. Any of our beans and chickpeas families, black beans, kidney beans, white beans, red beans. I'm making a soup later on Instagram Live. I have a Sunday school party at my house tonight. I'm making a huge pot of this chili/soup that is really popular in my family, and I'm making it PFL style. So I'm really excited about that. And anyhow, so we just want to, I totally lost my train of thought because I got thinking about that soup. Oh, carbs. Chickpeas, quinoa. Oh my gosh, I literally, just before I jumped on here, had my salad. I had my chopped up greens, which was collard greens, mustard greens, spinach. I always chop mine up and store it. I like spin all the water off and then put it in individual Ziploc baggies, suck the air out of it, and they last me all week long. I finally figured out how to keep greens that way for a full week, which is amazing. So doing that, and then I had boiled some quinoa, some red quinoa. All the different varieties of quinoa are great. So I took about a half cup of that, threw that on the salad. I had 2 tablespoons of kimchi. Kimchi is a fermented food. It will also help to build up the gut wall for all of you guys who, hopefully everyone, is trying to work on that gut. It's full of probiotics. It's